What's up, y'all? You already know it's Mr. Hood Love Mikey B, and this is Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. Hit the like button on your way in, share the live, and make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well, so you know when I'm going live. There's great content, you heard? Yo, it's a lot. Yo, it's so much going on out here. So now they're saying there is no Epstein list. A few months ago, they said they had a Diddy list. Since last year, they said, they had a list from Diddy. List never came out in March. We never seen a list. We seen a list of people that we might have knew already or seen in the case of Diddy. But now this Epstein case, they saying there's no Epstein list all of a sudden. The White House reported that they had an Epstein list and it was on their desk. The Epstein list was on the White House desk. It was on the desk. I don't know how it disappeared off the White House desk. But somebody got fast hands in the White House. I'm just being honest. Somebody has fast hands in the White House. We might need to review the footage. We might need to rewind the tapes. No, they got tapes in the White House. I know they got cameras in the White House. We got to rewind the tapes, right? Because Trump said they had it on his desk. The list was on Trump's desk. And now the list is gone. You got Elon Musk. He's talking about the list disappeared. Maybe Elon took the list. Elon used to be in the White House a lot. Maybe Elon snatched the list, looked at it, and seen Trump's name and took it, cuffed it. He got a nice suit on, put it right in his suit pocket. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be thinking that Elon would slide off with the list. I'm just being honest. Yo, Ron Bacardi, what up? New York Nikki baby, salute. Salute to everybody pulling up. Bad vibes, salute. Salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all for pulling. Aussie Nathan, what's going on? You already know. Salute to my brother G-Dub Quinn. Make sure you hit him up and tell him to pull up. Salute to my brother G-Dub Quinn. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother G-Dub Quinn. I got great content over there. But listen, this is like, why lie? Why do you even say, see, they trick us. Citizens, we at home with the remote watching TV, watching YouTube, watching CNN. Dimples, what's going on? How you doing? Watching CNN, watching, Fox News. We catching all the news coverage. Yo, Zengar, salute. And they always got a trick up their sleeve for us. They trick us all the time. Regular people out here, regular working people, head down, working, taking care of kids, taking care of family, feeding the dog, feeding the cat. They trick us all the time. They trick us so much. They trick us so much with these lists. They gas us up like these stories to come. And let me tell you something. I don't know if there's a list or not. I think there's a list, personally. I think they know other people that were down with this stuff. Maybe they don't want to just put their names out there. Thank you, New York Nikki. Make sure no profanity in the chat. That's right. Just take it out. If you see it, just take it out. But I think they are like playing us. They are playing us because, yo, Wax Dog, salute. Because it's like, all right, you say it's a list, you promoting all these different people, you promoting this big scandal to get all of us in an uproar, saying that little people, kids, minors were involved, to get us all in an uproar against Hollywood, against the music industry, against politicians, against whoever, right? They use the media to control our thoughts and to control the outcome of these cases. That's what they use this social media for. To control our thoughts, to control people, and to control who's convicted and who's not, right? Because you could have took me up there, and you could have said it with this big list, and it wasn't no list, and you gassed it up, and you know, a couple of people came out with stories. Because anytime you come out with a story, somebody gonna jump on a bandwagon. You got real people that's gonna come out and tell that story. You got people that's gonna lie. You got people that's gonna pull up and lie, just trying to get a bag. Oh yeah, he got me too. I was there. I was on the island. It's right next to Hawaii. Yeah, it was me and a bunch of us were there. It's people that's gonna come out and straight lie. They're gonna be like, Hawaii? The island was somewhere else. So it's gonna be people to give you more information that's gonna blow the story up. So whatever story they come with, you're gonna have some ambulance chasing lawyers. Lawyers is trying to find, hey, yo, G'd up Quinn, they in the building. G'd up Quinn in the building. Salute. But this is what they do. Now Elon Musk is saying that Trump is on the list. No Cap TV, salute. Now Elon Musk is saying Trump is on the list, right? Elon Musk was in the White House. They said that the list was on the desk in the White House. Elon Musk is a smart guy. He might have been quick with the list. Snatched the list gone. I got the list. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. See you, Trump. Let me get this list. I'm about to go up with this. You know what I'm saying? Yo, wish the dawn. Salute. Salute to everybody pulling up. And I think totally that the beef, I don't even think the beef is real between Elon Musk and Trump. I'm just being honest. I do not think the beef between Trump and Elon Musk is real. They was mad cool. They were chilling together. Trump got elected, started doing all that stuff. Next thing you see, Tesla stocks was dropping. People started vandalizing Teslas. Tesla, he was like, yo, I got to get up out of here, man. I'm losing my business messing with you. I got to slide. I got to get up off this. I got to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because my business is suffering. And I think that's his man. He might pass the rock to him when Trump is out of office. He might be making this beef and making him so vocal right now because Elon Musk, he's not really political like that. He's starting to be political. So I think he's going to run for office. And I think all of this between him and Trump, from him being in the White House, for him being on I think he was one of the aides in the White House. He had a position in the White House. I forgot his actual position, but he had a position in the White House. That is on his resume now. And then next time, he can come as a person that, you know, hired from the business sector. And I think he's going to go for president next. So I think this is all a play, personally. I just see play. This got play written all over it for me. I don't know. I'm a writer, flipping stories and flipping schemes. So I'm always seeing, I might see stuff that other people don't see. I see a lot of stuff in advance. But this really, really looks like a play to me between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I think this is all fake. It just seems scripted to me, right? It just seems scripted. Yeah, like, yeah, Wax Dog. It looks like a script, and I don't think that's real. Even with him saying that Trump is on the list, I don't think any of this is real. Yeah. DZ, what's up? Yo, check it. Now the list itself, right? So this is two lists we don't have in a row. Two lists. I said lists. Lists is not a word, young kids. Emit that from your memory. You're redact that from your memory. But this is the second time, this is the second time we didn't get a list. Last year, when they first locked Puff up, they gassed us. Yeah, we're going to release the list in March. Why they releasing the list in March 6 months later? I don't know why that was the date. But last year, like October, November, September, they was like, yeah, the list is going to be released in March after we complete our investigation. Where the list go? I don't think they're hiding that list for financial gain. I don't think so. I think, Eddie White, what up? I personally think that those two lists, I think those lists have a lot of the same people on them. The Diddy list and the Epstein list, I think are very similar. I think Epstein list was even worse than Diddy list because he was a powerful white man, you know, in there with politicians and government. He was a very, very powerful white man, right? Running with Europe, you know, billionaires, princes from other countries. So I think the Epstein list was bigger than Diddy's list, personally. I think the Epstein list was bigger than the Diddy list. But I think the Diddy list, as far as America is concerned, I think it's an overlap in the Diddy and the Epstein list. I think a lot of people that's on the Epstein list are also on the Diddy list. And Diddy got a lot of other people that Epstein couldn't get because he was like, you know, into music and entertainment more so than Epstein. But the reason they can't release the list, Eddie, I'm with you so much. The reason why I believe they really can't release the list is because the list will destroy American culture. I think that list is so crazy, from politicians and presidents to princes to heads of music industry, heads of Hollywood industry, heads of all these different industries, manufacturing, car companies. I think all these old people, and let me tell you something. If it was just a list of nasty old men being nasty with old women, or consensual of aged women, I wouldn't even be up here. I wouldn't even be up here talking to y'all, because consenting adults can do what they want in America. No matter how nasty we might think it is, or you might think it is, or I might think it is, consenting adults could do what they want in the bedroom together. But see, these lists are not what people were doing with consenting adults. That's why these lists are so nasty. These lists are not what consenting adults just being nasty. It's not. Because we see that, we get that information all the time. That's nothing for us. The list of doom. Those lists have little people in them. And let me tell you something. I think it would destroy Western culture if those lists come out. I really think it will. I think a lot of billionaires, that 1%, I think about 60% of the 1% is on that list. Straight Godzilla 22 salute. I think 60% of the 1%, of that 1% class, not the 10%, it's the 1% or the top 10%. The lion's share of them are on that list. I think the lion's share of them are on that list. And I think the CIA, the FBI, they're not going to release it because they know it's going to destroy the economy. I think that list will destroy American economy, from sports to music, because you're going to lose your job. If you get caught on that kind of list, you're going to lose your job. You're going to lose whatever you had. You're going to lose it. That's gone. That's all gone. So I think they like, yo, we got to, yo, Fat Cat, what up? Yo, AP, what up? Salute. Yo, YB, what up? So I think that list cannot be released as far as the government is seeing, because it's going to destroy America and probably some other countries as well. I think this would destroy the prestige of America. Because America is a prestigious country, and a company. But in America, they try to make it look like they stand on values and they stand on nothing but being morally corrupted in this to this caliber, where they got you in there with minors that will destroy any companies, that will destroy any belief, that will destroy anything that was built, that you built. Once that comes out on your name, on you, it is over. Once they come out with pictures and videos, and we know that's a fact, whatever you built in this country will be over. Your life will be over. And I think what they did was, and the Europeans been on this. And this is not a shot at Europeans or anybody white, but we know the debauchery from the Romans, from the Greeks, and what they passed down with the higher ups, with the people that ran government, that ran the country, what they were doing. So this is a historical fact. Some of these things were passed down. Some of those rituals have been passed down to run these governments, to run these people. They've been passing them rituals down for probably 1,000 to 2,000 years. These governments, these people have been running by this stuff for thousands of years now. 2,000, probably 2,000 years, right? And guess what? To the big money, the Nor door. We heard about the Nori's door. It's something that way. It might be sacrifice or something that way. It might be, gay over this way. He was telling you the different doors, right? But you understand what those doors are? You understand what that is? Carnage the Billy, what up? Salute. But you know what that is? You know what that is? That is an initiation rite. They make them do initiation rites where our business, you're in it. There's no turning back. You're in it. Kanye West, he came to us in one of his rants, and he said, don't be surprised if you see videos or pictures of me doing stuff with a goat or something. I don't even know. He said a sheep or a goat or something. He said, don't be surprised. Sell your soul, dog. That's right. Don't be surprised if you see images of me coming out like this. G'd up, Quinn. That is all the way. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. They initiate you the back way. Yo, it's wild out here. Yo, it's crazy out here. They initiating you the back way. Walking backwards. What are you talking about? Back up. Yo, it's nasty. Yo, it's nasty out here in the world. You heard? Walking backwards. You heard? Lead, lead, come this way from the rear. What are you talking about? Yo, this is initiation, right? What we seeing, and while we not gonna see a list, is because a lot of these government officials are on the list. A lot of politicians are on the list. A lot of musicians are on the list. A lot of sports superstars, the sports superstars, they on the list too. Your LeBron James, all these people you go out and spend money for to see every week, all the movie stars in Hollywoods, your favorite actor, they on the list too. Yeah. That's the facts. It'll destroy. I believe that those lists will destroy the economy of America. If we got a real list, that's why Diddy's coming home. Diddy did not tell. That's why Diddy coming home. You think that's a mistake? You think that's by accident? You think these powerful people is playing games out here? Diddy ain't churn that list and Diddy ain't tell. That's why Diddy coming home. TJ, what up? That's why Diddy coming home. Diddy, whatever he initiated himself into, whatever he became a part of, when he chose to do the things he do, when he got into the music industry, when he decided to be a doorkeeper, because he made a decision, and he is a gatekeeper in hip hop. He's one of the biggest gatekeepers of hip hop. He ain't tell. He ain't roll over. He ain't roll over on the list. He ain't blow the whistle. I might be wrong about that, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. You heard? He might have blew a couple of whistles. I'm not, Diddy, some things came out in the trial, and we seen what Diddy was really about. But he didn't blow the whistle on the higher ups. Because Diddy with his couple of billion, that's small potatoes to the people he worked for. Diddy is a nasty man. You heard? Diddy is a nasty guy. You heard? I'm just being honest. That $2 billion, what he got, $2 billion? That's small potatoes to the people that run governments around the world. They do what they want. But I really believe that list will break the back of the American society and other countries too. I don't think it would just be America. I don't think, something's telling me it's not just America. Something's telling me from Epstein and the people that he was in pictures with. Epstein committed suicide. The two people that might have blew the whistle, Epstein was probably in the process of blowing the whistle. They probably got word that Epstein wanted to tell, and Epstein is no longer here. That woman, the one that's in the picture, with Epstein, with the woman that's in prison, Epstein's accomplice. I forget her name, but she committed suicide too. Now, what are the chances she was in the middle of giving all this information to the feds about who was on those lists and what was going on Epstein's Island and all the people? Maxwell, that's right. And in the middle of that, the woman committed suicide. So now you got two people in this major case, one that we know was abused, one woman that we know was abused. She was definitely on the island. They had pictures. They tried to say it was fake. They found out the pictures was real. She was on the island with a European, what, he's a prince? But she's dead now. They said she shot herself. Oh, yeah? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that that woman that was trying to come forward and whistleblow on all these bigwigs committed suicide. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she took her own life. Put a 2 in the chat so she rests in peace if you think she didn't. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this woman, this young woman that was blowing the whistle against all these billionaires and millionaires, took her own life. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she didn't and you need her to rest in peace. 2 is for the peace sign. Or you could throw a peace sign up so she can rest in peace. I'm throwing a 2 up. I think that was dirty work. There's no way in my mind do I believe that that woman committed suicide in the middle of giving information and evidence on people that took advantage of her while she was a minor and she was coming forward. She was coming forward. So may that woman rest in peace. Tupac got the hands, the prayer. Tupac is saying the prayer. May that woman rest in peace. Because they took her life to cover up the corruption that we are facing in all of these countries. Because it's not just America. For the corruption that we are facing, for the corruption that these kids are facing at the hands of powerful men and women. Of powerful men and women. Because people try to play victim. Some of these women that's involved, they win it all away. But as soon as the ship goes down, they jumping off the ship and they trying to get a bag off you and try to act like they trying to play the victim. They trying to play the victim. Sick. Yeah, that's they sick out here. They sick out here. But I do believe that list will destroy America and other governments and other countries. So, is it above my pay grade to release the list? Hell yeah, it is. It's smarter people than me. It's smarter people than me. It's smarter people than me. But if the CIA is making, little girls or the feds or whoever, they are the ones, I don't know who's doing it, whoever's making these people disappear saying it's suicide, why none of these actors, why none of the people that we suspect are on the list, why they not disappearing? Why they not disappearing? Because they in power. Because they using them. Because they all initiated into the same things. They made the same oaths. And they on the same timing. That's what you see. That's an initiation rite. When you hear these things, these weird stuff, you got to do this, you got to do that. That's an initiation rite. If you don't, you see what Nori said, right? I didn't go through that door and I didn't go through that door. He said I never went platinum again. He said, all right, you can try to do it by yourself, but you're not getting our assistance. Noriega said this. To get our assistance, you got to do this right here. Come on. I was in the gang. We know it's all kind of initiation rites to get into these organizations, into these crews and whatever you trying to do. It's just the music industry. They got their own initiation stuff. You see what I'm saying? They got their own stuff they need you to do to go through that door, to be a part of this. Because we all in over here. We are all in over here. What about you? You don't want to do these things, then you don't want this money. Because I had to do these things. The person that brought me in, they had to do these things. And that's just see going on out here. And like I always tell y'all, the only reason why I'm talking about this Epstein story now is because I'm coming to you with a unique perspective. I wouldn't even be up here talking to you if it was the same thing that I hear on YouTube every day, I hear on the news every day. What you're going to hear here is not what you're going to hear anywhere else. Right? We all got our own ways of communicating. We got our own ways of thinking, of viewing the world. I try not to copy. Don't get me wrong. I get the information that's the facts. And I just give you my perspective. My perspective is this is initiation. They're not going to tell on each other. They're not going to tell. They hold it down. They're criminals. They hold it down better than street criminals. They hold it down better than street criminals. But they criminals too. They criminals too. They criminals without a felony. They criminals too. They criminals, they ain't get caught yet. It's just when they get caught. Let me tell you something. Epstein, he was the guy, he was the example. Epstein was an example. Epstein was an example. We can reach you in the federal, we can get you. Sandbox Bully, what up? Salute. They hold it down. They hold it down better than the street dudes. Every now and then you hear a whistleblower, but it ain't no big person with a lot of credibility that could really knock them down. That's really gonna believe. Jah Rastafari, Selassie the first. Salute Jai's TV, you already know. They criminal. They hypocrites and criminals, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they hypocrites, but the whole game is to control the masses. All these people is in big positions to control the masses. Music, movies, TV, sports. Anytime they talk, any of those people, any high people in music, Hollywood or sports, when they talk, we listen. They got all the followers. They got all the people listening. When they talk, whether it's on a song, or whether it's on an interview, or whether it's just a regular caption for a post, when they talk, the world listens. They got power. This is how they control. So I think it might be set up. Let me tell you something. That all might be set up by the government to keep them all in check. All the Hollywood people, all the music people, all these people, that's probably there to keep them in check. Initiate them into death. They don't want to do this, then they can't be down. Because now we got something on you. If you ever try to go on a different path than what we directing, when we giving you our money, then we can easily dispose of you. Publicly, we could destroy your company, we could destroy your life, or we could destroy your life in court. Criminally. We could do it criminally, or we could do it publicly. I think they got that. I think they got it under wraps. As big as this is, I don't think this is outside of the government. How these people think and have thought for thousands of years, I do not think this is outside of some type of underground government. You know, it might be a branch of government you don't even never heard of. It might be stuff that we read about in conspiracy books about them having secret meetings around the world. It might be controlled about them, about the people that control governments. It might be coming up from the people that control the governments. And they've been doing it for thousands of years now. They've been doing it for thousands of years. This is not nothing new. This is not nothing new with the creation of America. This has been going on in Europe. These things that we're hearing going on, they've been going on in Europe. They've been going on in other countries, in the Middle East, in Africa, in all kind of countries. You've been hearing this stuff. This is not new stuff. This is not new stuff. Across seas, they're going to Thailand. They're being treated like you a billionaire, you a millionaire. You get to these countries, they're going to treat you like a dignitary. Politicians. Something probably you seen out of a movie. Which girls you want? You get to the right country with the right amount of money. Y'all brought some girls for you to party with and some boys. What you think is going on? You think they not rolling the carpet out for them in Russia, in all these different places? They all down. This is what it's a big. When I'm looking at this, this is a world. It's a world view. Everybody's cool. Everybody know. All them higher ups, they know about it. And if you want to be down, this is what you got to do. You got to go through this door. You got to go through that door. Or this door over here. But you got to do something. You got to do one of these things if you want to make this money and be this person with us. If not, see you. That's what Nori said. They offered them doors to him. He denied the doors. He said he never went platinum again. He said, after that, I never went platinum again. He refused the initiation process. He didn't want to get initiated. yo, you crazy. You want to be down? Go around back. You gotta go through the back door. Yo, it's nasty. Yo, it's nasty out here in these streets, man. It's nasty, man. Yo, it's nasty, man. It's nasty what people are facing in this world, man. Know what I mean? Yo, it's nasty, yo. But yo, why did Diddy get caught? Diddy about to get a slap on the wrist. Diddy, I'm going to tell you, before I go real quick, Mary Richards, I'm going to tell you why Diddy got caught. Diddy got caught because Diddy started doing interviews, talking to dudes like Fabulous. Yo, why I never partied with you before? Why you never came to the parties? Diddy, he started being too vocal and telling too much. Diddy, this is a slap on the wrist for Diddy. Quiet it down. This is a slap on the wrist for Diddy. Slow it down. quiet it down. You being too loud. You blowing us up. You blowing us up. They set Diddy's ass down for a little while because Diddy was too vocal. Diddy want to be a star. He already a star. They're like, you got billions, shut up. He's being seen with people. I think it really corrupted him. It corrupted Diddy so much so that, look, everything is out on Diddy now. Everybody else, you hear about all these other people, and you might hear about little things about the Will Smiths, the Jadas, the Tom Cruises. You hear little things come out, but you don't get no factual information on that. You understand what I'm saying? You don't get no facts. You hear stuff about Jay-Z, Beyonce, could be, and I don't believe a lot of stuff that I hear. But you don't get facts on them. You get people talking and you get opinions, but you don't got factual people coming forward. And when factual people start coming forward, they all start disappearing. They all commit suicide, get into an accident. They no longer here. Diddy was talking too much. Diddy was revealing what those people were doing too much. And they just chastised Diddy. They chastised Diddy. That's what that was. AP, that's right. He thought he was bigger than the program. That's why Diddy got locked up. That's why Diddy got locked up. Diddy is too vocal. Diddy won't shut up about what's going on, promoting the parties, and Diddy was going too hard. They had to sit him down. They had to sit him down for a while and say, yeah, you got to get back in order. You still our guy. You see, look, all this stuff that came out on Diddy, you didn't hear one time that Bad Boy music would be blackballed. You didn't hear one time. I don't hear none of that. I hear his music. I still hear his music now on the radio. They took Bill Cosby's name off everything. They took Bill Cosby's, R. Kelly, everything was down. You couldn't find no R. Kelly music nowhere. You couldn't find R. Kelly music nowhere. Why would Diddy be different? Why would Diddy be different? Diddy got more money than R. Kelly, but Diddy got more power. Diddy is one of their main gatekeepers in the music industry in America. He has done a great job for them. He's just running his mouth too much. And he didn't run his mouth to the point where he told on nobody, because Diddy ain't tell. But he's in the media. He's putting them out there too much. Bucks, what up? He put them out there too much in the media, you heard? Yeah. The Punisher, y'all wilding in the chat. Devon, what up? That's probably why they did it. That's another story right there. That's probably why they took everything from Dame Dash. But Dame Dash was, you got to remember, when Dame flipped, yo, appreciate you. Appreciate you. New York Nikki. Thank you for the membership. New York Nikki, baby. G'd up Quinn. Kills. Just Eric. Harlem Legend TV. What up? Yo, thank you, New York Nikki. Appreciate you. Yeah, but I think, real talk, that is true. Dame Dash messed up, but Dame Dash was beefing with the guy that owns YouTube, Lionel Cohen's. They hated Dame Dash. They hated Dame Dash, and they flipped. Remember, when Jay-Z, I got to go, but I got to be out of here by 1. Pull no punches. I got something to do at 1 o'clock. But I'm going to give y'all a couple more minutes before I slide. When Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Biggs was going through that breakup, Lionel Cohen's, once Jay-Z flipped on Dame and Biggs, because Rockefeller owned half of excuse me, Def Jam owned half of Rockefeller Records. Dame Biggs and Jay-Z owned the other half at approximately 16% apiece, a little bit more than 16%, almost 17% apiece. Once Jay-Z sold his 17% to Rockefeller Records, or he gave it to Rockefeller Records, they were able to buy out Dame Dash and Biggs. Right. They were able to buy out Rockefeller, the Rockefeller name, because they became the owner. At first, they couldn't buy out because they both was 50-50. Once Jay-Z sold his 17% to Rockefeller Records, they bought out Dame Dash and Biggs. Remember, they bought out Dame Dash and Biggs, and then they gave the name back to Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a hell of a chess player, you heard? Then they gave the name back to Jay-Z. He sold it to, they bought them out, and then he got the Rockefeller name back. Yeah, I'll probably do part 2 with Dame Dash later. Yeah, I'll probably do that. But that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta take care of some business at 1 o'clock. You already know what it is, man. Mr. Hood Love Mikey B. Make sure you share the live to somebody y'all think might like it. And y'all know it's Hood Love TV, man, where you live, love, and learn. Salute.